It is good to see everyone in person and online. Did you have a good lunch? Enjoy some dessert? Are you ready for this afternoon session? Woo! Let's get started. Please welcome our guest, President of the National Speakers Association, Pittsburgh chapter, to share with us. Let's talk it up, Mr. Mark Hauser.
Thank you so much, Tanika. Toastmasters International. Toastmasters? Toastmasters. What a privilege it is to be in a room full of Toastmasters. I love that title. You don't just give a toast, you master it. Wonderful. I must say, it's my first ever Toastmasters event. I'm impressed. I feel like I qualify because 1 week ago today, I gave the master toast. I gave the father of the bride toast at my daughter's wedding. Thank you. I mean, I think it was well received and the audience seemed to like it. In fairness, I paid a lot for that microphone. Isn't it better? Ideally, you'd like it to be the other way around, right? You'd like to get paid for speaking. I mean, with a room of all these Toastmasters, with people who are such confident public speakers, surely there are folks here who have thought about or had suggested, what if I got paid to speak in front of an audience? Let's see, honestly, show of hands. Has anyone ever entertained the idea here of, well, what if I got paid to be a speaker? Well, I'll tell you what, if that's the case, then I know of an organization you might want to know more about. So, I am Mark Hauser. I'm the president of the National Speakers Association Pittsburgh chapter, and I have to admit, I didn't always think of myself as a speaker. I thought of myself as a writer. I was a newspaper reporter for many years. I've written magazine articles here in Pittsburgh, written a lot of public relations, news releases, and things like that. And I've written a couple of books about America's great classic Art Deco and even older antique skyscrapers that are over here on our NSA Pittsburgh table, if you'd like to come and see, with some beautiful art by an artist from Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh's and other skyscrapers across the country. But anyway, someone heard me speak once, some years ago, and said, have you ever thought about getting paid to do that? And I said, no, it hadn't really occurred to me. He said, you should come to the National Speakers Association meeting. Now, the National Speakers Association was started a little over 50 years ago by someone named Cabot Robert, and he was a Toastmaster. He was one of you, and he was a great one too. He won the Golden Gavel. He won the Championship of Public Speaking. And back then, there was really no organization for people that wanted to get paid to do what Cabot did so well. And he looked around at all the other great speakers and thought, we need to create something for people who want to pursue this idea of getting paid to use our talents that we are working so hard to develop. And so he started the National Speakers Association. And so that organization has two main goals: to make its members, to help its members to be better speakers and build a speaking business. And you can be anywhere on the spectrum of your speaking career. You can be just starting out, you can be experienced. There's a lot of crossover between Toastmasters and national speakers. Here in this room, we've got members of Toastmasters who are national speakers, chapter members. That's Charlie Krebs, who's vice president with me on the chapter board. Melissa McGavick is here. She's a successful public speaker, professional speaker. We've got Sam Weeder, who's not only an excellent speaker, but a great singer. Am I right? And Nana Hong is one of our newest members of the chapter, just joined us last year. And as I say, the chapter has members who've been there for many years, and chapter members who've been there only a few years, including myself. But it's got something to offer for everyone who's considering this idea or wants to build their speaking business. So what does the chapter offer? We've got nationally known, successful, professional speakers who come and speak to us. Last year we had someone who's another Toastmaster, Patricia Fripp, who came and spoke to us, and they not only talk to us every month for several hours, a morning meeting that goes from 9 till noon, but Patricia, like all of our speakers, also connects personally with the people who are there in the audience. So she gave free training sessions to everybody who volunteered on how to make the first 30 seconds of their presentation really sing and to really catch the audience's attention and lock in people's focus. So this is Patricia Fripp, also, as I said, a Toastmaster. I think she was 2 times the keynote speaker at your national conference. She was also, she still is, a member of the Hall of Fame of the National Speakers Association, the highest level of achievement. And this year, we've got a program with 3 more. So on your tables, there's a schedule of who we have this year for our meetings. And 3 of them are, like Patricia Fripp, Hall of Famers. We've got Steve Gilliland, who has spoken to more than 250,000 people in his paid speeches. And he's a local guy. He went to Grove City College. He'll be talking to us about inspiration. He's also very funny, so that's one not to miss. Michelle Villalobos, she's a certified $1 million speaker. Just think about it. She's made more than $1 million just holding a microphone and talking. And she'll talk about ways to expand your revenue beyond just talking to rooms full of people, but with things like retreats and coaching. And John Register, the newest member of the Hall of Fame of NSA, he's going to talk about crafting your story. And John's got an inspirational story of his own to tell. He was an Olympic athlete, or an Olympic hopeful in track and field, and then injured his knee and had to have his leg amputated. And yet he rehabilitated it and fought back and won a silver medal in the Paralympics. So he's going to talk about his story and also how to make your story better. And all of these speakers, one a month, not only talk speaker to speaker, not just their canned remarks, but how it is that they speak. What are their strategies? How do they make themselves more effective? And they do this for free because, other than we pay for their plane ticket and a hotel room and get them dinner, but they don't take any money. These are people who can make 5 figures on a single night's talk. But they come and talk to us because the spirit of NSA is one established by Cabot Robert, the original Toastmaster, which is abundant generosity. Giving what we have, not so that we can compete over the pie of public speaking, but we can grow that pie so everyone has a chance to get a piece of that pie. And in addition, there's other things as well. We have monthly mastermind sessions where the members can support each other and give advice, help you out if you've got a problem. You can bring anything to them. We've got social get-togethers. Charlie organized some very helpful pop-up sessions last year for coaching various speaking techniques. And we have a new contest we just started last year. It was called Last Story Standing, which is everyone's chance who's a member to enter and give a 5-minute speech. And the best speech becomes chapter champion and goes on to regional and potentially national competitions. So the top 3 speakers in the country this year will compete on stage in front of the big National Speakers Association conference next month in Phoenix, Arizona. And our chapter champion is a brand new member who just joined last year. So if you'd like a chance to get on stage and be professionally videotaped while you deliver your talk to an audience, that's another advantage of joining the National Speakers Association Pittsburgh chapter. So if it's interesting to you, you can see right here, nsapittsburgh.org is where you can go to find out more information. I'd be happy to give you my card with my phone number and my email address, both of those personal, so you can reach me directly. And if it sounds interesting but you're not convinced, pretty much all of our meetings are available first-timers for a $29 entry fee. So you can give it a try, find a speaker that sounds interesting, check us out, see if you like it, and if you do, that money you spend on that meeting can come off of your eventual membership fee as you become a member of National Speakers. So I hope that everyone here who's ever thought about what it would be like to get paid to speak will give us a try. Contact me, get on our website, come out for one of our monthly meetings and join us. Together, we can become professional speakers, which is even just as good, I won't say even better, but is at least as good as Toastmasters. master. So thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Mr. Mark Hauser. And if I could give just a quick testimonial about visiting the NSA. Fred Vornbrock asked me to visit and speak on behalf of District 13, and I did that last September. And that day changed my life. I started to take my speeches more seriously, and because it made me think, I never thought about becoming a public speaker. So, thank you, Mr. Hauser. Please welcome our district director, please welcome Area 33 Director, Don Carnegie, okay. Distinguished Area Director and incoming Division A Director, President of NED APA, All-Stars, our first new club this year in 2025, and already select distinguished. Dawn is here to help us build a healthy team. Please welcome our that's the next one. Please welcome Dawn Carnegie.
Look at you. Excellent and admirable people. We're going to be helped today by Kathy Wolf, who's going to distribute some things for you. First thing I want to do is let you know that this is a safe space. Do you understand what I mean when I say safe space?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Safe space, just to be clear, means that what we say here, what you hear here, it stays here. Right? It needs to stay here because this is where we make our mistakes. This is where the mistakes are welcome. And this is also where we find out kind of intimate things about each other to help us grow. Kathy's handing out the handouts now, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a survey, a test, if you will. We want to find out what kind of a leader you are. What is your thought process? How do you feel about certain things? Now, while that's happening, here's what I need you to do. I want you to turn to your neighbor, turn to your neighbor, and say, neighbor, we are safe here. Turn to your other neighbor, and say, neighbor, you are safe here. Now, I want you to close one eye and cup eye, look at him, and say, you know why? Because snitches get stitches. Just kidding. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not good. That is not good. You okay, Kathy? Yes. You okay?
If you got a gray folder, inside the gray folder is a paper for everyone at your table.
As soon as you get your papers, please go ahead and fill those out.
If you need extra, let us know.
If you still need some, please raise hands so we can get you all taken care of. I'm going to be up here pacing like a Chester cat and let you think
There were
about
only 8
what you did.
So when Chris has that training presentation, you should always pay close on that. That's fine.
There's supposed to be 10 folders, 8 papers. So when you finish, you can unlock these papers. Don't look ahead. When you finish. This is for when you finish. This is for
I didn't know we were teaching so much fun, just watching people ride a test. No cheating, don't give each other the answer. Copy. Just stand, understand it.
So, once you mark your score, you can have one paper because it'll just translate the I like the color.
Yes, that's me too. Well, I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad you're here too because I know you come from different parts of the state.
Yes. Yeah, it's not usually. I actually like it kind of. There you go. And I'm looking for, of course, all the
All right, you're done with your survey. Go to the peak folder. We're going to score it.
You're good, you're good.
If you need help with scoring, raise your hand, I'll come help.
Oh.
We're just going to add the numbers checked in each box category. Right down the line. If you need help, raise your hand. Kathy will come help.
Did everyone get a blue eye? All right. I got you. So far. I got one.
Did you want to play this one for a part?
Yeah, it's definitely on my schedule.
This is the detention.
Yes, I got you.
So you plug in multiple answers. But I'm glad you're here. It's also it's in the field training teams.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
But it doesn't matter. It's going to be
How are you doing? I see smoke coming out of some people's heads.
That would be a high.
Yes.
This is right study.
The people in the camera can go upstairs talking, and that's okay. I need their help.
Oh, we just votes.
Oh, you don't have them up?
Good call out. So if you have, it says that the maximum score is 36, but that's only if you check every single box. There's probably only 18. Okay, so don't feel crazy if you only have 18. Okay, it looks like most of you are done. So here's what I want to do next. What we're going to talk about is understanding emotional intelligence, the role it has in conflict resolution, difficult conversations, strategies for applying it in these conflict situations. We're not going to do the case studies and applications today. We don't want to. I'm going to give you 5 words. And what I want you to do is take your pen. I do not want you to think about these words. Understand? Don't think about the words. I want you to tell me exactly what pops into your mind when these words, when you hear these words. I just want you to write it down. Okay? You ready?
Yes.
Bell. Bell. B-E-L-L. Bell. Porch. P-O-R-C-H. Porch. Switch. Belt. B-E-L-T. Enforcement. 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 E-N-F-O-R-C-E-M-E-N-T. Great. All right. For our first word, what did you have? Ring. Church. Picture.
Picture of a bell.
Liberty. Who else? What about this side? What did you have?
For number 1, hawk.
Hawk. Yes, for number 1.
South.
South.
Curve.
Okay.
Recess.
Recess. Very good. All right. Now, on the opposite end of that, I want you to tell me what you had for the word belt.
Ouch.
Belt. What is it?
Ouch.
Ouch. I can hear you. Punty. Okay. Taekwondo. Tight. Tight.
32 inches.
30. Oh, great. What about this side? What did you have for belt? Support. Discipline. Brown. Okay. Yeah. What about online? What did you guys have? Anybody? Yes. Okay. Orion. Orion.
Chris, can I not hear you?
Now I hear you, yes.
Okay.
What did you
I
have?
said loose.
Loose? Very good. Daniel, what did you have?
Pants.
Pants. Okay.
Waist.
Waist. Very good. All right. The reason for this exercise is to show you the differences in thought process. Yes? We have everything from, for belts, we have everything from Orions, right, to tight, to Mr. 32 back there. When I did this exercise at work, for the word belt, I got one of the most shocking things I've ever heard. I heard a lot of these things before, but what I heard was a woman say, "It is something I will never own because my father tried to choke me with it." This is where your emotional intelligence comes in. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know their story. The same is true when you're speaking. When you're speaking to an audience and you see people wince, and it wasn't something that you intended, you might want to reach out to them after the talk. For two reasons. Number one is to find out what happened. Is everything okay? Compassion is always a part of talking. It's a part of communication, be it in your personal life or your professional life. It's what connects us all. The second reason is to find out how you can change your language or amend your language to be less offensive. Some of the words that we use, we've been using our whole lives. Am I right? Mm-hmm. We never think about it. They just seem very demure and meaningless. But then all of a sudden we say something completely what we think is benign, and someone loses it. And you're like, what the heck did I do? But that's it. That can't be our first reaction. Our first reaction should be like, oh wow, what did I say? What did I say? Stop taking it on to them and put it on to ourselves. It could be that they're just that kind of person. But 8 times out of 10, they're not. You don't know what kind of day they're having. You don't know what's going on. Let's take that into our business life, into our Toastmasters life, for our teens. Yes? Let's say Kathy is having a hard time. She comes into a meeting, she sits down, she doesn't say a thing. And we know Kathy. Kathy can't shut up. Right? Kathy, right, like you. Kathy can't shut up. Kathy can't shut up, but suddenly she comes into a meeting. Kathy, everything's good, everything's fine. Okay. So, instead of me going, well, dang! Okay, did I do something to offend you? If I did, I'm really sorry. Please let me know, because I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. I want to understand who you are. I want to understand where you're from. I want to understand your thought process. When I talk to you, even though I'm up here talking to you, I want to talk with you. I want to know that I'm being inclusive of your culture, even though I don't know it. I want to make sure that I'm inclusive of your nature. We're all human. I want to also make sure that I'm inclusive of your gender. So I'm not going to say, how we doing, guys? But we've been saying that our whole lives. Instead, let's say, how's everybody doing? Does that make better sense? Okay. Emotional intelligence has some key components. Self-awareness. What do you think about things? You can't move forward without that. You're just flailing if you do. Think about how do I feel and how does it involve my emotions? Second is self-regulations. Now that I know how I feel about something, how do I act? How do I project that? How do I express that? What do I say? Then we have empathy. Believe it or not, empathy is not just something that you put onto other people. Empathy is something that you have to start with yourself. How about that? Empathy starts within yourself. If you don't have empathy for the way that you feel, the way that you think, the way that you move in the world, you can't have empathy for anybody else. Would you agree? Very good. And finally, social skills. The other three make up how our social skills encompass our ability to interact with other people. Does this make sense? So what's the importance of emotional intelligence in daily life? It's going to enhance our relationships by getting to know other people, by getting to know who they are, where they're from, what they like, what they don't, how they move in the world. That's going to help us connect with them better and make life much easier. We're going to foster a lot of collaboration in teams, be it at work, at home, man and wife, partners are teams, right? We have teams at work. We have teams at Toastmasters. This is going to foster that collaboration. It's also going to foster effective leadership. The only way you can be an effective leader is by understanding yourself, understanding how you move, how those movements affect other people. Think about this. If you're in a pool and there's 7 other people and you do this, what happens? Anybody? They move away? But if you do this and water splashes everywhere, what happens? Everybody goes, right? Exactly, and then they splash back. So for every act, we already know through science, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's right. An equal and opposite reaction. So if someone's already reacting to something poorly, think about where you want their action to be. Do you want it to be the same as where it is? Or do you want to be the catalyst for change? Do you want to be the catalyst for peace? Finally, it's improved decision making. Self-awareness and, dare I say, self-control make for much better decision making. You make better decisions when you're calm. You make better decisions when you stop and take a beat. When you take a minute, think before you open your mouth. Think before you commit. Because once you commit to something for a team member and then you don't deliver, so what are some of the ways to improve our emotional intelligence? Well, let's take a look. Self-reflection. stop and think about things that you find uncomfortable. How do you react to them? How do you think about them? How do you communicate them to other people? Seeking feedback. What? Ask people about me? Yes. Yes. Feedback is a gift. It is a gift. It's something that people can give you free of charge that will change your life. It'll change your life. Perfect example is Toastmasters. That was a round of applause, people. Toast. Let's try this again. Perfect example, Toastmasters. Toastmasters is not all about speaking. It's about feedback. It's about interaction. It's about interacting with an audience, interacting with your subject. Right? Yes? With that said, it's going to foster mindful engagement. What is mindful engagement? Thinking before you speak. Giving the appropriate response. What is the appropriate response? How many of you have, okay, no judgment, it's a judgment-free zone, right? Safe space. How many of you have said to someone, enjoy the rest of your shift, and they automatically said, you too? Yeah. And you said it, and you weren't even working. Is that an appropriate response? Happy birthday, hey, you too. You know, right. But guess what? Mindful engagement is only achieved through active listening. What is active listening? It's not only hearing the sound waves that people are saying. It's not only the words that people are using. It's the tone. It's the gait. It's everything that's coming out of their mouth. That's what active listening is. Listening to every single thing. That's going to give you the appropriate response. You know, the other day I was just sitting around thinking, and I thought, I don't need to be here. I'm tired. Girl, go get some rest. Is that the appropriate response?
No.
Right. You get where I'm going. That's not the appropriate response. You didn't listen. You didn't listen with you listened with your ears, you heard what they said, you didn't listen with your heart. So what's the role of emotional intelligence in conflict resolution? We said all of this beautiful stuff, but now what about people that are upset? What about conflicts? The importance of emotional awareness cannot be overstated. When you go into a room, let's say for a one-on-one, and someone is really upset, you better know your own emotional awareness before you ever step in that room. Because that's going to mean the difference between a productive and most likely favorable conversation or a blowout. Has anybody had one of those? Even in your personal life, because you had one of those? You just walked in, you knew they were upset already, but you walked in ready. It's like, let's go! It's on! That's not That's not productive. And that's not what makes for a strong team. Okay? Identifying emotional triggers. Wives, husbands, partners, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those emotional triggers, things that you know are going to cause a problem. How many times, again, no judgment, how many times, raise your hand, how many times have you known something that you knew would dig at somebody and you said it just as nice as you please? Just as nice as you please, like, I didn't know? Yeah, y'all better keep your hands down. And finally, thoughtful responses. If you don't feel like you can respond appropriately immediately, you know what? It's okay to back it up and say, you know what? Let me think about that a minute. Can I get back to you on that? And do get back to them. That's trust. By doing that, you foster a lot of trust. You're telling them, you know what, I want to consider what you've just said to me. Good, bad, or indifferent. I want to consider what you've just said to me so that I can formulate an appropriate response. Does this make sense? So, what about the other person's perspective? What's the role of empathy? What does it do for a person's psyche? What does it do for a person's motivation when you are empathetic with them?
Makes them feel cared for.
Cared for.
It also breaks down that barrier.
Breaks down the barrier. And that's the thing. It breaks down a barrier that you weren't even sure was there to begin with.
Right, but you knew, if you know it's not you really doing anything, there's something going on there.
That's right.
Oh, sorry.
Who else?
People online.
Oh, who else? Empathy, right? Please.
It helps me avoid judgment.
Whoa. Judgment. In this setting, we said this is a judgment-free zone, right? In this setting, we said it's a judgment-free zone. Bridging gaps. There may be gaps that you didn't even know were there. There may be people who have a specific understanding of something far different than you. So if you take into consideration that other person's perspective and empathize with where they are, along with where you are, you're going to bridge these gaps. You're going to bridge these holes in understanding. Because you're going to start asking open-ended questions. Not the yes and no kind, but the kind where people have to explain. Because when someone says something to you that is offensive, is your first reaction to go, what do you mean? No, it's like, huh? You don't know me like that? Truth or not?
Yes.
That means we're not being empathetic. We're not listening. Fostering collaboration. We've seen this before. So think about this. Everything that we've talked about always comes back to fostering collaboration. Fostering partnerships. Fostering relationships. Fostering community. And isn't that something that we need in today's world? And isn't that something that we need as we're speaking? We need to foster collaboration with our audiences. So what does collaboration with an audience look like? responsive, attentive, interested, looking at you like you're crazy, laughing, crying. These are the things that happen with emotional intelligence, and these are the things that happen especially in conflict resolution with emotional intelligence. That's why it's so critical. We all heard emotional intelligence, emotional intelligence. It's like, I don't know, Levi's jeans or something, you know. But emotional intelligence is important and it is relevant if you apply it to the situation you're in. Are you speaking? Are you working with your children? Are you working with your spouse? Are you helping a friend, a stranger? Use of statements like for instance, if you said to me, I really don't like your dress. I feel slighted. Not, well, you don't know what you're talking about. I feel slighted. I feel. I am. I understand. These kinds of words are softening words. They're words that help us understand, help others understand where we are. And we should encourage our teams to use these words as well. Open-ended questions, we just talked about that. Constructive dialogue. Constructive. So what is construction? Anybody, what's construction? What does construction mean?
Building.
What? Building. Building what? Building what? What are we building? What? Right. This is the thing. This is what I want you to understand. It's building. It's building what you want to happen. What you need to happen. When you're talking about conflict resolution, you're talking about a volatile situation. What do you want to happen in a volatile situation? You want it to stop. You want calm. You want peace. You want resolution. So doesn't it stand to reason that your rhetoric, your tone, your gait, how you look at people, how you talk to people, how you sit across from them? Doesn't it make sense that all of these things are building blocks of construction? So some strategies for applying emotional intelligence are this. Focus on the speaker. Who are you talking to? And who's talking back at you? Understand the message. Before you freak out and want to jump across the table or flip it over, find out why. I guarantee you, if you ask someone, okay, what just happened? They're going to tell. They're going to tell you because they know now that you're listening. And we all just want to be heard, right? Okay. Respond thoughtfully. Appropriate response. This right here. Validated feelings. Every single person in here has an opinion. Every single person in here has a belief. Every single person in here has had experiences that have torn them to shreds. Every single person in here has had an experience that's elated them. Yes? They're valid. Every single one of them. And you bring all of that with you to the table when you're dealing with difficult conversations. Negotiation. It's pretty obvious at this point what emotional intelligence has for negotiation. It keeps the lines of communication open. Find win-win situations. You win, I win. The only way we can do that is by being intelligent emotionally of what's going on at the moment. Collaboration and negotiation. Make everyone at the table part of the solution. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to give all the answers. They may already have them, so just talk it out of them. Maintain composure. Stop going up. Freaking out. Making a face. I understand. Your feelings are valid. Right? Take some breaks. Stop. Take a beat. Say, you know what? Let's pick this up tomorrow. Or let's take 5 minutes before I choke you to death. No, just take 5 minutes. We're not going to do the case studies because your real life is your case studies. Empathy and conflict is obviously emotional intelligence. We already know the role, but empathy and conflict, as I've said, is paramount. It's everything. It is the only thing that is going to keep the situation from getting out of hand. It is the only thing that is going to keep you grounded, keep the other person grounded, and keep you in a posture of construction. You understand that? Posture of construction. And effective communication. You can only be effective in communication when you're thinking about what you're saying. And when you're hearing, actively listening to what the other person has to say. So, identify your triggers. Figure it out. What do you know that if somebody says this, it's a fight? And handle it before you ever step in the room. It's a framework for application. Yes? Figure out, okay, I know that I feel this way. I know that this is a volatile situation. So what's the strategy going in? What am I going to do? If they do this, what am I going to do? We can't know every situation, but we can plan accordingly. Yes? And practical examples, think about the last time you got in a huge fight. I mean, a blowout. Right? I want you to think hard about it. When you left, let's say you won the argument. When you left, did you feel better? Did you feel vindicated? Did you feel like a winner? Why not? Why not?
Relationship is answered.
Because even though you won, you deconstructed the whole thing. You tore it down. You tore the other person down on purpose. And in real life, that's not what you wanted to do. So if we take that into our teams, the same applies. Do you want to construct a team of well-rounded, trusted, trusting, analytical, emotionally intelligent people? Or you just want to throw fire and watch the fire? The choice is always yours. So the importance of reflection, we know, is to keep balance. Keep balance on both sides. Emotional intelligence skills are important because they are skills. They're not something that just happens. They are an action verb. And best practices in conflict resolution, we already know, are the components of, Sorry. Got stuck for a minute. Thank you. Look what a gentleman. Just kidding. I'm kidding. It's not like that. Yeah, it's not like that. I feel better. Part of my brain's kidding. Best practices in conflict resolution: stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. Most importantly, bring and be your authentic selves. You are excellent and you are admirable. Allow the other person to do the same. Be empathetic to their plight or to their, as you would consider a shortcoming. Because what you just might find out is they know something that you don't. Here in District 13, we do not tolerate intolerance. Did you hear me? In District 13, we do not tolerate intolerance. Why? That's right. Because that is not what a Toastmaster does. We have mastered not only speech, but we've mastered the art of communication. We have mastered the art of community, and we have mastered the art of empathy, love, compassion, and seeing everyone win. My challenge to you today is before you lash out, even in thought, take a deep breath in, hold it, count slowly to 5, and when you let it out, say, I am safe.
Thank you, Dawn, for that excellent presentation. All right, now that we've had a chance to get to know each other, we've learned about our roles and what we need to do for leading our clubs to success, I am going to turn it over to Kathy Wolf to introduce our division directors. Kathy Wolf.
So before we do that, it's pop quiz time. Did you know there's going to be a test? There's a bonus for if you pass. Huh? I'm going to tell you that. Okay. The reason we had you do a self-assessment before we talked about how people are different, so that you could see how different you are from the people at your table, from the people in your club, from the people that you're going to be leading a team with. I will share with you, I've taken the DISC test multiple times. Many letters have changed, except for that first one, which is a D. So if you don't know that I'm a very highly dominant person, we're going to have a fun year. But truthfully, everybody's different and everybody brings something to the table. So if you looked in your blue folder, it had traits that you can see, depending on what letters you're highest, how you might be when you're happy, when you're stressed, when things are going great or not going great, how you like to be communicated to. But guess what? There's 3 other styles out there and they don't like the same things you do. Okay? Your dominant person is ready to go. We're going to go right now. Somewhere. I don't know where. We're just going to go. And then you hope people follow. Where did all the people go? My I person just took them all the other way because they wanted to go get some ice cream. That's right. Okay? All right? And my C person silently crept out of the room to go home because they don't want to be all social, while my S person's going, how do I get everybody to get along? That sense conflict. I have to fix it. Okay? So they're all a little bit different, but they all bring something to the table. And you need all of them to be successful. And all of them are going to lead things a little different. And that is a good thing. Because when your dean wants to go over here because I need to have a decision, your I needs to go over there because they need everybody to go with them, you need to go talk to your C to find out where was that we were supposed to be going again. And then you need your S to come along and make sure that, you know, we don't all jump in the boat and then tip over and end up in the lake all wet, okay? So learn about the people in your club. If you were online and had problems with the handouts, this is in the Building Healthy Teams workbook, pages 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, I think. So it is there. You can use this with people who haven't been here. You can use it with your club, use it wherever you like. Disc is everywhere. If you can't find it, you're not looking for it. The main thing is that you understand everybody's different, and that's a good thing. All right, are we good? Pop quiz? Oh, okay, only my group got the blue folder, so that's why this half of the room is confused. It's all good. So inside the blue folders is those words I'm talking about. All right. So, who wants to skip ahead to more fun things? Who's going to pass my pop quiz? All right. What do you need to do if you want to be a distinguished club this year? What's the very first thing you need to do? Club success plan. And when do you need to have it done by? Congratulations, Stephanie, you're off the hook. We got our message across.
We have to go through the whole thing with that.
No.
Yes, because Sharon will tell us if we do not. It has changed, so they need to know what it is. So go ahead and do it, but that needs to be done.
I'm in your whole half hour, but anyway, yes. So if you didn't get this today, if you didn't read it in your book, we talked about it earlier multiple times, membership requirements have changed as well. So you have to get the club success plan in by the 30th. Does that mean it has to be perfect and you can never ever change it? Well, no, of course not. It is a living document. Does it mean you need to sign it and fill it all out and make it say 100%? Yes, you do, okay? It's all online. If you don't have access to it yet, you will have it in July. It's all under Club Central. There's sections for everybody. President's is at the top, and I think you can figure it out. Do it together with your team. That's what we recommend. Then you need members in your club. So to be distinguished, it's a lot like this year. You need to either have 20 members or at least 3 more. But if you want to go beyond that, it could be 20 members. If you got your 20 members, you're good to go. But if you don't have 20 yet, unless you have like 15, then it works out the same. You need to add 5, okay? Not 3 anymore, it's 5, just like pre-COVID days. But if you want to be president, you need 20. Not any other, you need at least 20. You can have 40, that'd be awesome, but you need at least 20. And if you want to be Smedley distinguished, how many? How many members do you need? 25. I believe they got it. 25. It's right here, 30 now. How many goals met? For distinguished, how many goals?
5.
For select?
7.
For president?
9.
For Smedley?
10.
And because somebody asked, but what if I got 8? You still select, yeah, you don't skip it. I'm just sharing because the question was asked, so people need to know.
But what about the membership, Kathy? What if we only grew by 3 members?
Then you're
Can we be
nope.
Smedley?
It depends. Where'd you start?
Start at 22?
Did you start at 22? Yeah.
So this is important, everyone. Because Kathy doesn't want me to get up there again. But that's important. Oh, hi. Thank you. It is important because there are varying levels. So you have to be aware of what you can do at each level. Kathy created the slide. It's very good. It's in the program booklet. Those people who are online, Steve is going to add that to your chat so that you have it. The qualifying requirement is different. Like she said, you have to do a club success plan. So get your team together, get that accomplished by September 30th. It's just like we have to do a district success plan. There are division directors that have to do a division success plan. Area directors have to do an area success plan. And clubs now have to do a club success plan. But the only thing that's different, the goals to achieve are still the same, but the membership requirement to achieving those goals has been changed. That's all I wanted to make sure that you understood. 20 members will get you almost anything that you need, but if you have less than 20 members, you're at 13, you're at 8. Plus 3, you can only be distinguished. If you do plus 5, you can be select. But it's 20 members for presidents and 25 and 10 goals for Smedley.
Thank you, Madam
Who's gonna be Smedley?
Yes.
Everybody in our friends breakout. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And VPE.
Okay, so now we're gonna have some time to get to know your division and your new division director. So we're gonna just go in different places. So let's see, where is my Division A director? Right here. Would you like this corner? Okay, Division A over there. To your corner. Division B. Over here. Which we go. Division C. In the back, like kind of over there with Carly.
No, over this way.
Division D,
Don't go
I say
over
we take the
there.
big room out there.
Okay.
Or we'll take the big room out here. If you would like to sing some karaoke in a little bit, stop by and see Steve in the back there and let him know what song you're hoping he's going to play for you, and he will let you know if you're alone or not. Okay. So A over here, B over here, C in the back, D out there.
Yeah, I need something to write with. I gotta bring pens in.
What song are you singing? You're singing a song? All the fingers. What do you mean all the fingers? Yes. I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
Let me see. Yeah, I know. I right now.
For home line.
I didn't do anything.
It's so nice to see you. I can see. We are ahead of schedule, so we have a little bit more time. We're doing that. Everyone can take notes. Also, at any point, if anyone needs a break, we're talking about feel free.
Yeah, so but you know the words, right? So I can just play the background.
Right.
Okay, great. This is the start. It's not like an extended version.
And I have just basically
Episode 11.
go around
Okay, then since nobody else we'll get you 5 mics, and I'll test these to make sure they all work.
One mic will be fine. We'll just be together.
You sure about that? Isn't it better to have?
Positive.
Okay.
Director Rose. Please everyone give him a round of applause. But this is not.
Finally, one other thing, he was also club president for the Johnstown Toastmasters.
Oh my. There
He
you
was
go.
hitting it on all levels.
Oh my goodness. So yes, TJ is now going to have maybe a well-deserved rest. You can sing with us. We're gonna sing for you. I'm hoping that I will be able to take what he taught me over this past year and apply it to my role as. Sorry, there's
And the people online, hear me?
Division C director, and so I want to thank you first.
Yes.
And also thank you for believing in me and
Okay, got it.
making a vote of confidence in volunteering this position. So I'm looking forward. But that's enough about that. I'm looking forward to many opportunities in the coming year to collaborate with all of you. But in particular, I would like to take this opportunity to. I'm going to need to borrow this. That's a rule about these conferences. Never put your program book down. Never ever put it down. So I would like to take an opportunity, but first, wait. Let me make sure that. All right, yeah, we're gonna. I'm just going to. I hope that this is not in. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce, as they are listed in our program, our incoming, that I have confirmed at this time, area directors. Area Director 21 is going to be Tony Utnick. And this is also the time with which I will learn how to correctly pronounce everyone's name. What is Utnick? Utnick. Thank you. There's such an echo there. Utnick. Thank you, Tony. I will commit that to memory, and you can look forward to me not butchering the pronunciation of your name ever again. But I also want to bid you welcome. I'm so excited to welcome you to the 2025-26 Toastmasters year Division C, and I'm looking forward to much fruitful collaboration with you, and I can't wait to learn from you and hear what ideas you have for management of Area 21, and much more to follow. My next area director is Kathy Cullen. Our area directors have demonstrated throughout the previous Toastmasters year some form or multiple forms and instances of exemplary leadership capabilities. And those form the basis for our decision-making process. As the current area directors, we cannot appoint area directors. That is not our, that we are not going to do that. That is the purview of the Debt Council. That is the purview of the district director. So all that we can do is we are the eyes and the ears on the ground. And we look for those moments where somebody stands out, somebody steps up, and in those moments we say, the moment of, I think this person has the potential to be a leader. And this is a person that I want to have on my team going forward. And so that's a person like Tony. That's a person like Kathy. And then finally, our last confirmed area, the area 23 director, that is Autumn Jose. Joseph. Autumn. And again, that's why we're doing this, because I need to embarrass myself once really bad, and then we never forget again.
I still get it wrong too.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Autumn. And so I would like everyone to give a round of applause to the position, though I'm sure the person who fills it will be outstanding, remaining. There is a TBD name here, but I will not read it because this position is still in consideration. And when we have our area 24.
Anybody know who's area 24?
So, well, you're actually.
No, you don't have to be, but which clubs are they?
We've been 3 now. And autumn is
24 now.
That would be the transition
Yeah.
for next year. So next year, that would be,
area 23.
yeah, because Westmoreland would be 23, and that would be Laura Highlands, Achievers, and then that possible new club at West Virginia Country Road. Yeah. And then 24, that would be the Greensburg, O'Rourke, APFI, and a Cron.
But people need not be afraid because they can,
Yeah, the
they
Cron.
can go on
Thank you.
This person's name is has to be, and I have Catherine's name, basically.
So still looking. Anybody trying to earn their DTM?
So presently at this time, I have one candidate that's listed here as possible. I have another person that I have reached out to, but for all intents and purposes, the area 24 director position is open. So if anyone is looking for opportunities for leadership, if you are going after the DTM, if you want to start branching out from just being a club officer and you're ready to move up a level, that's a possible opportunity for you until otherwise notified. So don't be shy. We don't fight. Maybe a little if I haven't needed that day, but generally. Sorry. It's okay, I said everybody's name wrong, so.
Being trained today are the ones who implement the study. You guys are the visionaries in the area. Communicate with the president and the office in your areas of vision to let them know what the goal of the district is. The goal of the district is, what is it? Sophia? What's our goal? Oh, come on, that's it. That's all the volume we have. What's our goal for next year? Yes! That's this group. Thank you, ma'am. Maybe that's it. Yep.
I don't think so.
It's not. It's on.
It's better than no, it's fabulous. Yes.
Oh, it's very pretty.
It is fabulous. It can't be. There's no such thing as wimpy fabulous. No, thank you. Thank you for bringing this nifty little gadget. This is actually very sparkle.
It does. It's fun.
It is fun. It adds a little bit of fun, a little bit of sparkle, not just Smedley.
No, seriously, guys, you guys are the ones. Listen, you're creating history. You're part of history. The next thing is your first year into this. Can you imagine bringing your district, your club, your area, your vision, to Smedley this thing? Your name is written in history book forever because you are the first.
That's right.
Right? So I'm saying to you, you can do it. You do what it takes. 10 pounds, and what else?
10 goals. And the club success can by September 30th.
Right? I'm suggesting to every club to encourage officers, the president of the clubs, to get your club distinguished plan in by the end of August. In that way, if you need to do anything in September is a long okay, don't give up first goal, you cannot become successful. Right? If you do not get club success plan in by the time you can take the so work on that first. Presidents.
Alright, so I have this pen here. This is the Division C. Does it say Division C? It says Division Director. And it was actually given to me by Barry Ellen because she actually believed what I could do. And I felt like this was only justified for me to actually pass it on because I've been in a very good heart. This
And we are all going to learn how to spell class. And when you're wondering how to do that, do not look in this book.
Now it's all yours.
And this is such a beautiful little pin, and that's something that I find very heartening and heartwarming about organizations like Toastmasters International or the Rotary Club or training sessions today. Is there's still a lot of value in these little tiny tactile things, mementos, pins, ribbons, certificates. Something always to keep in mind that it might just be a piece of paper or little metal circles to someone, but to someone else, it could be the world. And this means the world to me. Thank you. So, back to the topic at hand, our success plans. So going forward, and this is, I would call unaccounted for as the Area 24 Director as well, but for my area directors that are here today, make sure that you take that lesson to heart about the success plan. It is so hard to plot out a club's trajectory, what you want to accomplish in the coming Toastmasters year. It is so hard to get all that within your arms, so to speak, without a club success plan. So now we have to do it. There's no more slacking off allowed for clubs that haven't been doing club success plans. So now is the time to truly take advantage of the new features that have been set up on Toastmasters International and to leverage them to the fullest and make your club success plans a truly collaborative endeavor. This is a big team effort. I would like, ideally, for my area directors to encourage the club presidents within all of Division C to have regular business meetings in the lead up to the deadline on September 30th to ensure that we do not have a single club in Division C that loses out on the opportunity to become a Smedley Distinguished Club. So that is going to be basically my first big push as a Division C director this year, and my first major directive for my area directors is let's get that done. Let's get that out of the way. Easy points on the board. Unfortunately, yes, we have to do our homework, which is, yes, nobody likes to do homework, but we have to do it because I think that it will be a big part of being able to plan out a productive, effective year for Division C. We have some ground to make up. We did lose some clubs in Division C last year, but that's all right because it's okay if you stumble as long as you keep going, as long as you learn and you recover and come out better on the other side. And I think that we're going to get there. So I hope you will all come along with me on this journey. We're all going together. We all have to get in the bus and get moving on down the road. And I'm excited to see where it takes us. Yes, so that would be another directive. I'm prioritizing, of course, for the administrative side of things, the club success plan. But we do need to be keeping in mind that we need to make up for the shortfall in some of these clubs. Some of the clubs were suspended, some of them just got caught up in unfortunate corporate restructuring situations. And so we're lost, but perhaps not permanently. There's a possibility that some of these clubs could come back from suspension, and so that's something that we're going to be working on. But in the event that there's an amount that are not salvageable, we always have to have a mind towards starting new clubs, provided that we have the people to support them. And so we should be thinking about starting new clubs, but of course, we also have to be thinking about, if there's ways to help clubs that are struggling, right? Clubs that are not suspended, but their membership numbers are low. What can we do to help those clubs flourish as well? All important things to be thinking about, so that again, everyone has the opportunity to hit their DCP goals and to be the best club they can be, and to be the best club for their Toastmasters members, because that's what the clubs are for. It's not for me. It's not for the club president. It's for everyone, for all of our members. And so I hope you will all help me and be a part of this effort to best serve our Toastmasters members in the coming year. I don't have anything else. We have 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes. So we can have a round robin if anybody has anything that they want to talk about, anything to say, anything to add. Level 1. Pushing for as many, yeah, I agree with that. Another good point there is, as we gain, I just completed, speaking of doubling up on roles, a number of us just completed our training program. And it pretty much gain new even lighter too. I have my club's currently really small, my parent club, it's even our membership, it's not that big. I feel like now is the time to take those initiatives to really start driving as we gain new members, and as people to start recognizing and keeping track of those level 1 completions, because that will give new members, of course, something that they can get recognized for. So it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, hey, I'm part of the division A. That's really cute. So thank you. That's an excellent suggestion. And please do not hesitate to reach out. I will make sure that my email is distributed around. Some of you may already have it. Yes. DIBCDIR@p13tm.com. Okay. That's my first name.
Yeah, Division C.
Thank you everyone for coming over, and we should probably yeah.
Steve can help us too. Picture of Division C.
Okay, everyone, we can wrap it up. We have some certificates.
Where is Division C? Let's take a picture. Right here. So we get the Toastmasters background. Every Division C. Steve is taking us.
Want me to set this to 200 megapixels?
Huh?
Set this to 200 megapixels. So
whatever is best. You're the expert here, so you're teaching me. Everyone, are you getting the Toastmasters background?
I'll try to.
Everyone, Division C.
Okay, short people.
No, not at all.
Another one. How that works.
You're doing great. Thanks.
Are you saying?
Is that your phone, Sharon?
Yes. Oh, hey, why am I on?
You're not allowed.
Okay, good. Where's my honey? You can do anything. Perfect. They pulled him up. Take 3 steps back, you said?
No, he's a blind enough time to get
Oh, I love my jacket. It's my jacket.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
And I showed up.
Good.
Try this one too.
Wait, Gary.
Come, honey. Sweetheart.
Ready, it's picture time.
Oh, I know.
Come, baby. You're coming in. Don't block her out and leave now.
Wait, Steve sent the vision. Steve, you need to be in this picture too.
Oh, yes.
Somebody take the picture.
John, can you take a couple pictures for us? He's in the vision seat.
No problem.
I think I'm okay, you want to roll your phone. There you go.
All right, if we can all make way back to where we started. We will have time for pictures up in a minute. Hey, no, I need to thank all my helpers, of which I had many. And they're not necessarily helpers, so let's take a look at that. Miss Scott,
probably
can you
need to
come
get
help?
closer.
Smile.
Everybody, very nice.
It's kind of tough.
I recognize you there, Sharon. Good. Which club are you right now?
I'm still in PSL. So I was always in PSL, and then I did the
I will not sing, I promise. There will be no singing from Stephanie Scott today. There will be none. There will not be. So, Toastmasters, as promised, Cameron sent a note that said that we would recognize those clubs who are distinguished, select, and presidents. So get ready to celebrate yourselves right now. I first want to, where's Patty Thor? Patty Thor, past district director. She was so busy getting her president's session together, we didn't get to announce you, Patty. So, yes. So we'll take care of that business first. So, President's Distinguished Clubs. Steve, can we get some music of some sort? Y'all ready for this? No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta be set up for the next thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm set up for the next thing.
That's okay. He's ready for karaoke, so that request was too late. President's Distinguished Clubs. Allegheny County Airport, who is not here, but that is an amazing accomplishment. Bakery Square, if you're here. Bettis, Cranberry Hyman, I know you're in the house. Oh, you guys gotta top it off with that if you're here. Come on now. Early Bird Show has done. How do you cheer it? Elegant speakers and leaders. You are here. have to show you guys how you celebrate this stuff. Because seriously, you've worked all year, you have this award, and it's like, yay. I know. We're so happy, yay. Laurel Highland, show them how it's done. That's how you share the project. North Hills Club. South Hills Club. And Western Maryland. Select distinguished clubs. Beacon. Ned, APA All-Stars. CGI Voices. And the rest of our distinguished clubs are BNY Mellon Pittsburgh, BPNI, Covestro, State College. There we go. Thurman Fisher and Westinghouse. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you very much, everyone. There is still time to be distinguished. So, like we say, Jane, what do we say?
11:59 Mountain Time.
So there is still time. Okay, Kathy would like to thank all of you wonderful people that helped us make this day possible. And let's welcome Angela Rogers. Anna Cotter. Autumn Jose. The woman behind the camera, Carly Sherrod. Dawn Carnegie. Lindy Riley. Not Leslie, but Lindy. Lindy Riley. Patty Thorne. She just went out. Sam Weeder. Our singer extraordinaire. That's right. Wait, what? Oh! And that wonderful book that you all received today, Sam Weeder. Thank you, Sam. Sharon Henderson, who is online. Hi, Cricket. Sharon Imes, come on up here.
Stephanie Scott.
Tamika Lindsay, Tamika Leslie. TJ Rose. Jack Burke. Nana Hall. Marcy Edion. Gary Imes. Kathy Cullen. And Cameron. I just wanted to say Cam, but I had to say your own name. Okay, and last but not least, this lady right here. seen amazing things, but this lady is amazing, and she'll never, ever, 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 ever step outside of that very humble being that she is. But she has been amazing this year. You have no idea. So when I mean from the bottom of my heart that she's amazing, just know and believe that that's true. And so happy to welcome today Chris Sokolowski. In addition to the ever-present Steve Sokolowski, the Sokolowski brothers people, come on! We could never do this without you guys, and you guys know that already, but we do appreciate you. Chris and Steve. We got Carly already. She's the one behind the camera.
And Mike Dalton.
Well, Mike is the district whisperer, so he's here ever present all the time.
And now it's time for our one group of brave volunteers. We started with a song. We are gonna end with a song. So I welcome to the stage Penn State Bangers, right? If you want to be in the deck for next year, you too have a meeting in a few minutes. We'll see you there.
Early Birds Club in front of that sign for a photo. Good to see you again too. You take care as well. Wish you all the best as the division director.
I might reach out to you later with some questions.
Please do. Please do. I'll be more than glad to share with you.
Yeah, I have I'll tell you later. I've got a club that we're going to have to crack down.
Everybody find center for a photo.
But I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, you can tell me about that. And then
Everybody find center for a group pic. Let's show everybody who's not here what it's like for the 80 people coming to TLI.
see you next time.
sorry, we're standing in front of the camera.
No, you're fine.
You, lady, are on LinkedIn incognito. And I was going to send, well, it says probably C. If I found the right photo.
Why does it only have my last? Why is my
Only C. So I was like, maybe she doesn't want to be connected.
No, I got it.
Okay, I'll send you an invite.
With Googling on your phone, if you don't mind.
Tell people in back. We're check people in front.
All right, everybody front and center right now, please. We're going to put the District 13 logo right behind you. We need a new and refreshed picture. So let's go. All right, front and center. I do not want to see anybody sitting down at the table. You know who you are. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Can you tell that I'm direct? Sorry about that. All right, compress. Everybody's your friend. I want to see your faces. Okay, we're going to put the District 13 logo behind that. Hang on, we're going to put it up. Somebody hit the button by mistake, that's why it disappeared, okay? We're fixing it, but just practice for right now. All right, I can't see the person behind Angela Rogers. You need to get to front. If you're short, be in front. I can't see the person behind Robert. Lindy, you're tall enough. Come on, let's go. All right, all right. I'm moving. See, I'm directing. Sorry about that. Like, you can tell. All right, oh, I can't be in the picture. Never mind. We'll take one picture with all of you and one picture with me, but just bear with me. All right. All right, front and center, Toastmasters! All right, we'll take one picture. Come on. I'm gonna go.
3, 2, 1. Got it.
All right, thank you.